Hey everyone, my name is Road Esquire. Today we're going to be playing Hearts of Iron for America, United States historically. So we're going to start the game with Iron Man mode and historical AI focuses. So since we are in the second term for FDR, we're just going to act like a lot of things. I don't know, we're just going to act like we are him. So we're going to try to continue the New Deal, try to focus on restoring, try to get America out of the Great Depression. So we're going to focus a lot on industry and technology without even focusing too much on warfare, because I mean, why would we? After World War I, that was the war to end all wars, right? No more wars. So we're basically just going to build a bunch of industry. I'm not going to build any military factories unless like a decision pops up to like do that for like more votes. So that'll be the only military factories I build besides ones we start with. Just go around, do all this industry. Also, fun fact, Canada starts in 33rd place at the beginning of the game. You know how I know that? Because I accidentally started the game as them, then I had to quit it so I could start as America. I'm also not going to try to start building up bases and stuff over here in the Pacific because we don't know that Japan's going to go to war with us. We might have an idea, but we know for sure. So I'm going to try to leave the garrisons alone. It's actually weird how some of these they have here are real infantry divisions and some of them aren't. And we have like, these are garrisons, but they're also not. I don't know. It's just weird how it's set up. So I'm just going to leave the army alone. I'm deciding I'm going to touch it until it's time to. For industry, I'm just going to try to do more balanced guns, artillery, planes. Alright, so this is all the errors that I have. This is basically the ones that are required. They told me I had to build. So that for ships, I'm going to let it complete its construction, and then I'm going to try to do what I can to have a more balanced approach. I'm not going to like build a bunch of like carriers or anything. I'll build like smaller surface vessels, but I'll do this that way these guys don't finish each other. Again, don't think World War II is going to happen, because why would it? War to end all worlds, right? Alright, so now we'll get the game started, and I'll cut back when something happens. So I'm looking at our focus tree, and some of the stuff I can't do yet. Like, so the Pentagon was built in May 11th of 1941, I'm pretty sure. So feel free to quote me on that. So I won't be doing that one for a long time. I won't be doing any of the warplanes divisions yet for a long time either. Neutrality Act I will do. I'm also going to avoid any alternate history. So I won't be restoring the Confederacy. I won't be going communist either. I'm just going to try to follow this down historically. And I won't be in monarchism. I won't be doing anything like that. I will be doing these though. And we'll see. Militarization of the Rhineland. That is pretty boring, but I'm sure it doesn't mean much. I'm sure it'll be okay. Oh yeah, for political advisors, I'm not sure what to do with either. I kind of want to do, not sure. I'm not going to do military staff or theorist, so I'm just going to do a silent workhorse. That's usually a good, if you don't know what to do, it's usually a good guy. Get the radio first. I've just noticed something. So in Canada, they actually have this stretch of railway that runs through your territory that you yourself can't access. It doesn't show up at all unless I build it here. So we'll try to do that. That's kind of crazy. I've also just been building some railroads. Not too much. Oh, and the second London Naval Treaty Conference passed. This is good. That means peace forever, right? And oh yeah, so for our infantry divisions, what we're looking at is I'm not going to really mess with them much. This is the National Guard, cavalry, which I don't think we have, infantry, which is what we have, and then the garrison. I think it's kind of weird that they had garrison and also National Guard. I will make Marines, but later I'll put Amtracs in them and stuff, and amphibious tanks. Something to be aware of. Oh yeah, for naval production, I'm not gonna like max out whatever on the ships. Like they could use more, but what I'll do is I'll do the auto designer for the most part. So I'm not gonna like max out heavy or soft attack on them. Just in, neutrality is alive, boys. So something I will do So I'm going to move my Pacific fleet to be based in Hawaii. That's kind of what the U.S. did in real life. No reason, and I also will not be building AA here. Alright, so now everyone knows famous Admiral Chester Nimitz was in charge of the fleet, but before that, there was actually some guy named Admiral Husband E. Kimmel. It's crazy how the first name Husband. I don't see him in here at all, so I'm just gonna go ahead and place this guy. And this, but like, it's actually kind of crazy. For a historical game, they're missing him. Especially since, you know, he was in charge of the fleet until 1941, and then that's when Nimitz took office in December 31st, so we'll appoint him. I'm going to try to focus on getting rid of the Great Depression. So agriculture, Dutchman Act, let's go. So something that's crazy is that this is actually at the max level naval base. Honolulu already starts at naval base level 10. And yet you cannot move your fleet here. It says base is in very low supply. So I'm trying to figure out, I don't know, 25 out of 20. So RIP Ethiopia. So I don't know. And pressing matters. I don't know how to make the naval base better, but I'll figure it out. A little fact that no one knows. So a lot of bases in the game, you have like something called capital. Like all your supply comes from your capital. So the naval base being 1 out of 10 in Washington, D.C. is actually bad because this actually limits you a lot. So if you actually upgrade the naval base at least a little bit, it gives you more supply. So I'm going to do that just so my fleet isn't dying out here. I know that's not too historical, but I don't know. It's the big event. So election in 1936. So this is actually going to be the start. We were only in the first term of FDR because he got office in 1932. So we're going to do the Democrats for 4 more years. This might be a bit more boring than I thought. We just reached 1937. And yeah, my game's chugging along pretty fast, but man, this is boring. I did try to do some naval research, but only like, this is like when this would happen. I know that the torpedoes were infamously bad in the beginning of World War II for the U.S., so I'm going to try to avoid that, making them better. Because that's something that they'd find out. I can't create an agency. Well, specifically the one that they want us, Office of Issued Services. So the OSS wasn't made until June 13th of 1942, when FDR passed an executive order to create it. So we won't have spies for a long time. Well, something else is for tanks. I don't know what to do. Oh yeah, 1934 is when these came out, 1918. I will try to base my tank designs on like real US tanks. So like for instance the light one. I can't even order the 3D model. Interesting. Well, I'll research it. But I'm also not going to build tanks until way into when the war starts. We're still short, by the way. I haven't even touched the army. We're still short like 11k guns, and that's crazy to me. We're also short all this stuff still. So that when the war starts, though. Oh, stuff's heat up in Asia. Uh-oh. Oh, the Hindenburg blew up. Oh, no. Oh, no. Asia's really heating up. Hopefully this won't mean anything bad for us, I'm sure. I'm sure that this is just a regional conflict that will slowly that may build up to something, but I'm sure it won't evolve into an actual conflict. I'm sure they'll work it out. But yeah, as soon as the U.S. is in war, which I don't know when that'll be. I don't even know if we'll ever be at war. Then that's when a lot of stuff will stop popping off. France and Britain announced an alliance. Everything's heating up in Europe? So funny. They're so worried about war and conflict. Why don't they give up their colonies and their puppets? Let the people govern themselves, France and Britain. Free the man. So, as the U.S., I didn't realize how many I'm also not going to do the Manhattan Project. That's way too early. I didn't realize how many research slots you get, but it's actually OP. I'm also researching armored cars because they were actually used in the cavalry. The M1 was, and the first tank was the M2, which I'll build once I have armor and stuff ready. So it is 1940 now, and the game is getting more interesting. Denmark is gone, Germany got France, Poland as well. Guys, Roosevelt versus Wilkie. Ooh, should we go and touch this? critical weakness. All right, guys. Roosevelt versus Wilkie. Well, of course. At this point, if you've been going down the Democratic tree, to switch over to the Republicans would probably be really stupid. That kind of like messes you up with stuff. So the Democrats, all the way. All right, a new general for China. So this war is still happening. I'm not sending Dwight or Douglas. I'm not sure if we get one back. So Joseph Stilwell, you go. Japan is still not declared war on me. I don't know what's going on, and we are approaching 1941. They are just getting Indochina. They do have Siam, so I don't know what's up. Alright, guys. So Japan just declared war on the Philippines in 1941. So it's time just for stuff to start popping off. So I'm going to have a time lapse, I think, of me destroying Japan. So let me just get my navy up. So we'll see how that goes. Alright everyone, so guess that is the peace deal. Textbook operation. Alright, so we also did a lot of work, so I will see you guys in the next video. If you have any suggestions, let me know. And if I want to shoot you next, and if I do get 100 subscribers, I will do artillery only as a nation. Maybe do it as Japan. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.